Hello, hello you. I'm just about to cross the River Thames on the Battersea Bridge, and it's always a beautiful sight. I always try and pay attention when I'm crossing the River Thames. So rather kind of shockingly, I'll get on with it because rather shockingly I called this live stream Roxanne Glen because yeah, I just wanted to say to folks who are in the flat earth community, I know it's always kind of questions about people and their legitimacy and so on, but I had dinner with Roxanne and don't listen to that guy. Listen, check this out. That's pretty exceptional, don't you think? Anyway, I want to crack on and say that Andrew and I broke bread with Roxanne and her family last night, and it's so cool to meet people that are so passionate about what they are about, and in my case, in terms of understanding where we are and what the heck is going on and so on. You'll find few more genuine people and sincere people in the movement than Roxanne. So I just wanted to say that, just like a little, good for you, girl, and for those who are giving her support, I think that's awesome. I think she needs as much support as she can get. We need more women and the divine feminine to come to the fore. For sure, Andrew and I were talking about this last night with her about how essential it is that we see a rise in power of the divine feminine, not like this messed up feminine that we talk about, but
take a sharp right turn.
I've got to take a sharp right turn. I hope you're not having to hear this guy talking to me. I can probably turn this off now. I kind of know where I am, but yeah, Roxanne epitomizes what the energy that people need to be bringing in. Obviously her gender is an advantage but also a disadvantage in some respects, because if men are not respectful, I think I was meant to go down there.
300 yards, continue.
Maybe not, or maybe I did.
Turn right onto Battersea.
Yeah, I took a wrong turn. Sorry for the delay. Anyway, so we need that, but we also need to take care of each other, and take care of the people that are out there doing good work. I got a really cool message from Russian Vids last night, which is a kind of nice thing for me, because he's a guy who taught me an awful lot along this journey. It's a shame to see his channels keep getting knocked down, but he's got that Russian Vid Archives channel going, and I think I made a video some time ago when the whole IPS thing was blowing up. I think he's referring to that. So if you ever see this Russian Vids, thanks bro. Probably part of the reason why you're listening to this, or if you ever hear this, is because of the energy that other people have put into Flat Earth and it put into me or this channel. So I'm here because of others, and I'm very mindful of that, very respectful of that. And there are a lot of others. It's almost impossible to name them all, and I could do a naming and kind of well done kind of thing at some point, but that really wasn't the immediate thing, but because I don't want to take away from them. The importance is to kind of support people wholeheartedly, like Roxanne, because they are the people who are striving to move things forward, and we don't want to stay stuck in the past. And if I speak to myself, obviously 3 years or so of like, what the heck, I'm at that point where it feels absolutely right. Nice. feels absolutely right to me to be doing the work that I'm doing, you know, to be doing stuff that I'm doing. See, I went to the Flat Earth conference in England, and
In half a mile,
I
after
felt like
roundabout, take the first exit
that wasn't
onto
enough,
Fulton
you
Lane.
know. There wasn't enough positive energy going on. As much as it was great to meet all those people, and I would do it again, it's not. We're sort of still fairly sedate in that kind of situation. Whereas we need to be motivated to act, to live, to go through this. And you know, if you think of it as a Game of Thrones, if you think of it as some sort of computer game, and you sent yourself here to play the game, I'm sure you didn't send yourself here to be a couch surfer, you know, to sit in a room somewhere, a little box somewhere, and do all you do is that. Because there's not much fun in all that. Where am I meant to be going? I wasn't paying attention. I think it's straight on up. Yeah, I'm in Clapham. If you've ever lived in London, you'll know where I am. Check this out. I think I was meant to go up to bollocks. Watch this. Oh my gosh. Proceed to the route. I think I'm on it. Anyway, I mean, it's quite early in the morning, so I don't feel too concerned about my rather interesting style of driving. Yeah. Hello. So anyway, I don't want to get bang on, but so it must be pretty bumpy and stuff watching this on my car. I mean, you know, me holding this. I know where I am now. Okay, so thanks to those who've been there doing their thing and supporting and so on, and thanks to those that are out there doing it, you know, Josh over at Authentic Intent, what a guy, and that you guy, is it Wise Up? No, not Wise Up. Wise Up, I'm watching his work, but there's that American Zoom Truth. There are definitely others, and if I have forgotten to say your channel name now, sorry. But hit me up and I'll definitely shout you out if that's cool. But you know, this is an exciting time. You know, join in and get involved. But there's no need for like clubs and gangs and stuff like that. We don't need that. We just need to be open and loving, and you know, and please let's move on from just thinking flatness, just thinking that has to be Jimmy, that has to be like a landing point for people in terms of awakening, yes, but just a beachhead, you know, from which to build into the truth about yourself, about what we are, and all this sort of stuff, you know. I just noticed my hair. Oh my god! I just jumped out of bed at 5 this morning and just had to run into London quickly. I got a bit of a throaty thing. Perhaps the overhang from the weekend's rather rambunctious activities down at the old Hyde Park.
Use the right lane to bear right onto the avenue.
Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. I do enjoy having people to converse with, and I am loving being in the conversation, being a part and a contributor to the conversation. I met up with a friend yesterday, new friend, you know, friend True Flat Earth, someone I met at Birmingham, and he, Steve actually, I won't say his channel name just because I know he's not particularly up for, you know, at this point in time making such a noise, but he's, you know, been thinking studiously about the flat earth for some time, and about in that respect I would say that, let me close this. I'm back, I think. Anyway, so Steve, thoroughly enjoyed talking to him, man. And you know why? Because this guy's got thoughts and ideas that challenge some of my thoughts and ideas, but they're deep thoughts, you know. That's why it gets a little annoying chatting to, you know, the stone brains over at Speaker's Corner, because, you know, and I'm not being unkind, but, you know, people ask me like deeper questions. Oh, so how does this actually work? I'm like, well, you know, that's a deep question, and there's a number of answers or a number of hypotheses that apply to that question, and I would be open to even others, you know, that I've not yet considered. But you're not there yet, you know. Whereas, you know, meeting a guy like Steve, hanging out with a guy like Steve, you're like, whoa, we can build on this, man. We can start coming up with thoughts and ideas. We share those energies and ideas, and we come up with stuff that we haven't yet imagined as our possibilities. And I think this is what I would like to encourage guys who are out there doing the chat rooms and other sort of content providers, or those who are thinking about becoming content providers, is to get involved in those kind of conversations where we're actually genuinely like pushing the envelope of our thinking. Maybe, you know, in retrospect or in consideration, I think perhaps there's a few channels out there who would say, no, we're already doing that. Don't be unfair. And maybe that's true. Maybe I'm being unkind. But I think it's just important that the energy of the folks that have gone beyond that first year of like, fuck, I need to like, you know, the flatness is all important and so on, and now it's, you know, and I'm lost in that. Whereas let's get creative, let's think creatively, and let's see what else comes up, and let's keep supporting people. Let's not try and knock each other down. And because, you know, we are all, most of us, I think, pretty much like just coming out of the woodwork, as it were, and out of the forests and the deserts, and we're not skilled in the things that we are necessarily, we're not trained necessarily in the things that we're doing, and we may stumble, we may say wrong things. I know that I do, you know, in the heat of contact with somebody, or in a, you know, you're getting like frustrated in a conversation on the ground, you might end up saying something you don't necessarily agree with yourself. It can happen. And, you know, in trying to do your best, you might simply be, you know, playing into your old ego patterns. You may be playing into old programming that you don't even know is there. So let's be kind and loving to one another, because if you can't be that, then you haven't really kind of grasped the magnitude of the fuckery that's been wrought upon you, my brothers and sisters. Because you see, we live in a system of hate. We live in a system of hate now, which is the antithesis of the system of love that we created. We are the creators of a love system, and we've been drawn into the Sodom and Gomorrah version of the world, and one driven more by hatred and distrust and and all this sort of stuff. So I've heard like whispers of people in various chat rooms and so on. I heard this, you know, about people kind of throwing mud all over the shop and so on and so on and so on. And it's like, come on guys, surely it's either your ego in play, or you're somehow working for the other side, or the control grid, whether you know it or not. It's as simple as that for me. That's it. Your ego, or you're working for the other side. Because otherwise you'd be like, what the? It'd be like, come on, you gotta love the energy of what's going on. You've gotta love the idea that we are talking and connecting with humans one to one, rather than, you know, through this electronic medium, which is well devoid of the true connectivity and so on that we experience when we have an evening together, like Roxanne and I did yesterday. Say Steve and I, with my Andrea and I, you see how real people are. You know, you hang out with my little baby boy Alexander, and you're like, okay, I've got it all out on the line here. So does Roxanne, and so does Harry over at John Smith Globe Live, as far as I can tell. So, you know, I guess I'm calling for that kind of love to come back. And if you can't bring that love, then you got to kind of ask yourself some searching questions about, I can assure you, bro, sister, whoever you are, that I've come from that hard knocks world. I've come from that I don't give a fuck about anything kind of world. I went out and had to kill people for my country. That's true, fucking true. You can read my book about it. You know, so don't be coming with you're so fucking hard and you're this and that. We've all been through the shit, okay? But if you haven't learned yet that actually the shit was designed to either break you or make you realize how much this is actually all about the opposite of that, then you've still got much to learn. Much to learn.
Turn right onto Norwood Road,
So
then continue straight.
that'd be my message on this beautiful, beautiful morning here. I think it's still August. Yeah, it's August 2018. Who knows where we'll be at Christmas. Have a super day. Much love and fellowship.